there is a silent fire burning inside millions of people. It's not a fire you can see or feel in the way you feel a fever. It's a slow, smoldering, low-grade fire that, over years and decades, destroys your body from the inside out. This fire is called chronic inflammation. As a doctor specializing in the root causes of disease, I can tell you this. Nearly every single chronic disease of our modern world has its roots in this fire. Heart disease, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, autoimmune conditions, dementia, and even many cancers. They are all, at their core, diseases of inflammation. For years, we have been told that the main arsonist, the primary culprit starting this fire, is sugar. And it's true, sugar is a powerful accelerant. It's like pouring gasoline on the flames. But what if I told you that there is another food? A food that is even more pervasive, more hidden, and arguably more inflammatory than sugar, that you are likely eating at every single meal, without even realizing it. Today we are going to unmask the true number one food that causes the most inflammation in the body. And as the title says, it's not sugar. This is not to give sugar a free pass. Let's be very clear about its role first. Sugar is, without a doubt, a primary driver of inflammation. We can call it public enemy number 1A. When you consume a high-sugar diet, you subject your body to a relentless roller coaster of high blood sugar and high insulin. This chronic high insulin is a pro-inflammatory state in and of itself. It also leads to a process called glycation, where sugar molecules stick to proteins, creating inflammatory compounds called AGEs, which, as we've discussed before, is like a slow caramelization of your cells and tissues. So yes, sugar is a major villain in this story. But sugar rarely acts alone. Has a partner in crime. An accomplice that is found in almost every packaged food, every restaurant meal, and every kitchen pantry. An accomplice that, on a molecular level, directly fuels the machinery of inflammation in a way that even sugar doesn't. This hidden enemy is the one we will focus on today. So let's reveal the true king of inflammation. It is not a single food, but a category of industrial products that have only been part of the human diet for about 100 years. I'm talking about industrial seed oils. They are often misleadingly marketed as vegetable oils. This is the list of offenders: soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, and the generic bottle of vegetable oil. These oils are the foundation of the ultra-processed food industry. They are cheap, have a neutral flavor, and extend the shelf life of packaged goods. They are also the primary cooking fat used in almost every restaurant, from fast food to fine dining. They replaced stable, traditional fats like butter, lard, tallow, and olive oil. And this single dietary shift may be the most significant factor in the explosion of chronic inflammatory diseases we see today. To understand why, we need to dive deep into the science of how your body controls inflammation. Inside your body, there is a delicate balancing act that determines whether you are in a state of healing or a state of inflammation. This balance is controlled by two types of essential fatty acids: omega-6 and omega-3. You must get these from your diet. Your body cannot make them. Think of them as the raw materials for your body's internal pharmacy. From these fats, your body creates powerful signaling molecules called eicosanoids, which are like tiny hormones that control inflammation. Here is the most important concept you will learn today. Omega-3 fatty acids are the raw material for creating anti-inflammatory molecules. Think of omega-3s as the brake pedal for inflammation. They tell the fire to calm down. Omega-6 fatty acids, on the other hand, are the primary raw material for creating pro-inflammatory molecules. Think of omega-6 as the accelerator pedal for inflammation. They tell the fire to rage on. Now we need both. We need the ability to turn inflammation on to fight an infection, and we need to be able to turn it off. For all of human history, our ancestors consumed a diet that had a ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 that was roughly 1:1. The accelerator and the brake were perfectly balanced. Today, due to the flood of industrial seed oils in our diet, the average person's ratio is now estimated to be 20:1, or even higher. Let that sink in. We have 20 times more accelerator material than we have brake material. This means our body's default state, its baseline, is now stuck in a raging pro-inflammatory mode. Your internal fire department is trying to put out the flames with a tiny garden hose, while your body is simultaneously dousing the fire with gallons of gasoline. This is the primary mechanism by which these oils cause disease. They create a systemic, body-wide imbalance that makes inflammation the default, rather than the exception. But the attack doesn't stop there. There is another, equally sinister problem with these oils. The second problem is oxidation. Polyunsaturated fats, which make up the bulk of these seed oils, are chemically very fragile. They are highly unstable and prone to damage from light, heat, and oxygen. This damage is called oxidation, and it creates dangerous molecules called free radicals. The industrial process used to make these oils is a nightmare of oxidation. The seeds are crushed at extremely high temperatures. The oil is then extracted using chemical solvents like hexane, a component of gasoline. It is then bleached and deodorized at very high temperatures to remove the foul smell and cloudy appearance. This brutal process creates an oil that is already rancid and oxidized before it even goes into the clear plastic bottle on the supermarket shelf. You are buying a pre-damaged, inflammatory product. Then you take it home and you heat it in a pan. The heat from cooking damages it even further, creating even more toxic, oxidized byproducts that you then consume. When these oxidized fats enter your body, they act like cellular grenades. They create a firestorm of oxidative stress, damaging your cell membranes, your proteins, and your DNA. This damage is, in itself, a massive trigger for inflammation. Your immune system sees these damaged molecules as a threat and launches an inflammatory attack to clean them up. So you have a two-pronged assault. The omega-6 content puts your body in a pro-inflammatory state. And the oxidized nature of the oil provides a constant trigger for that inflammation to be unleashed. This is why these oils are so much more destructive than sugar in some ways. They are the perfect storm for creating chronic, silent inflammation. Now, the most dangerous part of this story is the sheer ubiquity of these oils. They are the ultimate hidden enemy, because they are in foods you would never suspect. Let's identify the main places they are hiding. Hiding spot number 1. Restaurant food. Almost every single restaurant, from your local diner to the most expensive establishments, uses these cheap seed oils for cooking. The French fries are fried in them. The vegetables are sautéed in them. The chicken and fish are cooked in them. They use them because they are cheap and have a high smoke point. Even if you order a healthy grilled salmon and salad, the salmon was likely cooked in vegetable oil, and the salad dressing is almost certainly made with soybean or canola oil. This is why you can feel bloated and unwell even after eating a seemingly healthy meal out. Hiding spot number 2. Almost all processed and packaged foods. Pick up any bag of chips, crackers, cookies, or granola bars. Turn it over and read the ingredients. I can almost guarantee you will see soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, or palm oil. They are used to provide the texture and long shelf life of these products. Hiding spot number 3. Condiments and dressings. This is a big one. Mayonnaise, by its nature, is mostly oil. And commercial mayonnaise is almost exclusively made with soybean or canola oil. The same goes for almost every single bottle of salad dressing on the shelf. You pour this inflammatory oil all over your healthy salad, completely negating its benefits. Ketchups, barbecue sauces, and other condiments are also common sources. This is why it is so important to become a relentless label reader. You must assume these oils are in every packaged food until proven otherwise. So the evidence is overwhelming. If you are serious about reducing the silent fire of inflammation in your body, you must perform an oil change. This is the solution. It is a simple 3-step process. Step 1. Ruthlessly eliminate the bad oils. This is the most critical step. Go into your kitchen pantry and your refrigerator right now. Find any bottles of vegetable oil, soy, corn, canola, safflower, or sunflower oil. Find the margarine or the vegetable oil spreads. and throw them in the trash. I'm not being dramatic. They do not qualify as food. They are industrial products that are compromising your health. Then, commit to reading every label and drastically reducing your consumption of processed foods and restaurant meals that use these oils. Step 2. Replace with healing, stable fats. Your body needs fat. You just need to give it the right kind. For your high-heat cooking like searing or roasting, you need stable fats that don't oxidize easily. Your best choices are avocado oil, ghee, clarified butter, and coconut oil. For your low-heat cooking and salad dressings, the undisputed king is extra virgin olive oil. High-quality olive oil is not just a fat. It's a medicine. It is rich in stable monounsaturated fat, but more importantly, it's packed with powerful anti-inflammatory antioxidants called polyphenol. Use it generously on your salads and drizzle it over your food after cooking. Step 3. Actively increase your omega-3 intake. Remember, we need to fix the ratio. We need to press the anti-inflammatory brake. The most powerful way to do this is by eating more omega-3s. The best source is fatty, cold water fish. Remember the acronym SMASH: salmon, wild-caught, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring. Aim to eat fish from this list 2 to 3 times per week. You can also get plant-based omega-3s from walnuts, ground flax seeds, and chia seeds. Let's bring this to a final, powerful conclusion. The silent fire of chronic inflammation is the single greatest threat to your long-term health. While we have rightly vilified sugar, we have, for too long, ignored its silent and more pervasive partner in crime. The industrial seed oils that have flooded our food supply have fundamentally broken our body's ability to regulate inflammation. The constant, overwhelming supply of omega-6 fatty acids has our inflammatory accelerator pushed to the floor, while our supply of omega-3 breaks is nearly gone. The result is a body at war with itself. The solution is an oil change. It is a return to the stable, traditional fats that nourished our ancestors for millennia. It is a conscious choice to read labels, to cook your own food, and to prioritize the fats that heal over the fats that harm. This single change, swapping out your cooking oils and avoiding processed foods, is arguably the most powerful step you can take to extinguish the fire of chronic inflammation. It is the key to protecting your heart, your brain, your joints, and your overall vitality. If you found this information helpful and believe it can make a difference in someone's life, please support our channel. Your support helps us create more content like this. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. Don't forget to activate the notification bell so you don't miss our next videos. And finally, share this video with more people. You never know who might be suffering from silent inflammation and needs to hear this message today. Thank you for watching.